Hey guys, Melanie Gladden with Usborne Books More. I'm so excited to share with you our 3 reading series that Usborne has to offer. I highly recommend these as a great option for your child to learn how to read. I'm a former kindergarten teacher with a huge passion in teaching literacy. I would have loved to have these in my classroom. The kids will love them, you will love them, and I'll explain why. There are 44 basic sounds called phonemes that make up the English language. Usborne has taken those 44 sounds and created a gradual way to master them as the children learn how to read. They will start with the most frequently used sounds, and then each book builds on the sounds and the skills mastered from the previous book. The first series I'd like to talk to you about is the very first reading set. This series contains 15 hardback books and a parent guide. The first 7 books are where the child learns how to read. As a parent or teacher, you would review the sounds and necessary high-frequency words beforehand. You can find that in the back of the book. Then you will read the book with your child to see if they have mastered the words or sounds. It wouldn't be much of a story if they only read the sounds and the high-frequency words that they have learned, so Usborne has created a shared reading text. What that means is the parent will read one section while the child reads the other. This really helps engage the parent and the child in this special time of learning how to read. There's great rhyming and illustrations to also help guide the reading. Here's an example. The night was cold, the sky was black, the window rattled, and then the children read tap, tap, tap. The shared reading really helps to make each book less scary and intimidating. In the back of the book, there are 3 puzzles that the child can complete after finishing the story. The first puzzle is teaching about comprehension to see if they remember the order of the story. The second puzzle works with the vocabulary that they have learned from this text. And the third puzzle is working with the rhyming. All of these skills will be mastered by the end of preschool or kindergarten. As mentioned before, each book builds on the skills and information from the previous book. They may be on one book for a week or maybe a month, but that's okay. Here's an example of book 5. Like I said, there are 7 books for teaching these basic skills. So there's the parent text and the kid text. Books 8 through 15 are called independent readers. This will probably take place later on in kindergarten. By this time, the kids are ready and confident about their reading ability. Each book will now build in sentence complexity and vocabulary to help continue to build their skills. There's also a parent guide included with this set, so you are equipped with the necessary information and tools to help your child. You don't have to be a literacy specialist to be able to teach your child how to read. This will take a lot of the intimidation out of reading, out of teaching your child how to read, and you will really have fun doing this with them. This series costs $69.99. Now I want to talk to you about our other sets. This is the Starting to Read pack. It has the same books from the same first 4 books from the very first reading set. The only difference is that they have an additional book for each one. So this is book 1. Now they have 2 book 1s. What this does is it helps give kids a variety instead of memorizing the one book. So they have 8 books in total, but it's 2 book 1s, 2 book 2s, etc. These are also paperback books. In this series, the pack comes with an activity book, which is really helpful for the parent and for the student. This is what I actually really like about this series. So here's the activity book, and it gives you an activity to do with each sound as they learn it. Then, after they complete reading the book, there's also an activity book or an activity page to complete the book. Last, there are also stickers in this. The stickers are really great for helping engage the kids. When they get to put a sticker on a letter that they've learned, it's very helpful. And here's the alphabet chart that they can put the stickers on after they have mastered a letter and a sound. This values at $39.99. Last, I want to share with you my personal favorite, the My First Reading Library. This just came out in June. This book contains 50 paperback books, and it also has a QR reader, which is where the parent guide is located. The first 22 books might look similar. This is the first book of the 22 books. The first 22 books are the same books from the very first reading library. The only difference are they're 2 book 1s, 2 book 2s, so just like the reading pack, but it goes all the way up to 2 book 7s. So it gives you a lot of variety with reading and teaching those basic skills. Then it has the same 8 through 15 as before. The difference with this is it now also has leveled 1 readers. So these are the leveled 1 readers. Now this has, it's not too much difference in the types of words that are read, but the main difference is the length and the sentence complexity. So these are all independent readers, and they're just a little bit longer, but they still have the puzzles at the end and everything. And then these are the level 2 readers. So there's 12 level 1 readers and 16 level 2 readers. The My First Reading Library costs $79.99.